Hello, land of my everlasting despair, the United States. How are you doing? This is going to be a video on a number of things. And first of all, I want to say I just uploaded a video and it didn't work. And whoever is tuning in, if you care about what I have to say, great. Now I'm not going to say who this guy is, and I'm going to get right to the fucking horn, cut to the chase, and I'll talk about the rest as we go on. There was a guy, and I'm not even going to give out his fucking username because I thought of it, and I don't want to get the guy in trouble, and I don't think any of you like me, but if one of you do, and yeah, but I don't like what he said, you might say something about the guy. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to say who he is. But there was this guy, and I'll say this: he's got like a black guy. He's like smiling like an asshole, some shit. And he was talking about Antifa, and he said Antifa terrorist, and if I see any of them, I'm going to blow their little maggot brains out. Now, I'm not an idiot. I think I know you think that I'm Antifa, and you're basically talking about me, and I really don't give a shit. I'm not Antifa. In fact, I argue I fuck ton with Antifa. I have in the past anyways, but I don't argue them anymore because they seem to be the more reasonable ones. Not to mention, most of them are below about 25 years old. So you are literally saying you're going to kill children. So good for you, you fucking prick. Anyways, and by the way, 5 to 10 odds, that is a fucking 50-year-old Klansman behind that fucking black dude's picture on his little internet typing array, bullying a fucking weirdo in the middle of nowhere. I guarantee you that's a fucking Klansman. But if you are black, I don't give a shit whether you're white, black, pale, pink, gray, or my ass. Fuck you. Moving onward. Today, I had a little bit of an internet problem, and somehow, one way or another, I did end up on a conservative live stream of Fox News. And I want to say that I do have some sympathy for some conservatives because they were actually very nice to me. And they gave me advice and things I could do. Someone said something about DuckDuckGo. I've heard about that. Someone else said something about do this, do that. And I don't know what had happened to the internet. It was the weirdest thing I had ever seen. Never seen it happen before. I could only come to YouTube. I couldn't go to Facebook, Twitter, or any other website. Even like I could type in porn and just click on a porn site. It would not take me. Never seen anything like it. Weirdest thing ever. I went to Pornhub. Pornhub had a picture of a pop-up ad for a porn site and like writing, and like you could not see the porn site. So every site I went to on the internet, except for this one, it was the weirdest thing ever. And I still don't know what the hell did that, and I don't know, and it was weird. And of course, I've heard about 2 shootings last night. Antifa supposedly shot 2 Trump supporters. Now, of course, as anyone, I don't support any shootings. I don't support any killings. I don't support murder. And like I just said before, honestly, I'm not even the biggest fan of Antifa. I have a lot of problems with Antifa. And I think they are a lot like another group, Adam Walkman, that's over on the right wing. And they're basically dumb kids. That's really what they are. But anyways, with that being said, let me put it this way. They are what happens if you watch the music video for Smells Like Teen Spirit like it's a documentary. That's basically what they are. Anyways, moving forward. They are WWE's Retribution. You know, that new group they have taken over the company. They are that of terrorist groups. They are the Retribution of terrorist groups. Not anything to get too bent out of shape about. But anyways, with that being said, I have largely come to a fucking conclusion as I have went on that fucking a lot of your groups, like men's rights activists, for example, are not really men's rights activists. Now, that is not to say there are not real men's rights activists like I was before I became a humanist. And I have always actually basically been a humanist, and I never just talked about men's rights. Don't even try to play that shit. But when I was a men's rights activist, and I was basically just pointing out inconsistencies, and you shouldn't allow them to cut up little babies' dicks, and men should have this right or that right, and there's a bunch of them. And some of those, by the way, also plays into Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter talks about a lot of that, because a lot of those things um, improportionately affect Black people, by the way. Um, so, like, a lot of these things are Black issues, and a lot of these things you can help Black people with, and that would help all men, because if you help Black people, you help men. So, you know. But with that being said, I was a men's rights activist, and there are still probably a lot of real, authentic, like legitimate, authentic, true to God men's rights activists or male rights activists. But a lot of these people turned out to be basically just conservative, Republican assholes, and you don't really hear much about the men's rights movement anymore, do you? Do you hear much about it at all? Do you hear much about us at all? No, they're not out there. We're not out there. Why? Because a lot of them, they fled ship. They fled ship. Like a bunch of rats, like a bunch of fucking Nosferatu rats fleeing a sinking boat. They fled ship. And they all crawled up Donald Trump's asshole. And now he's wanting to put out National Guard because we had 2 shootings. And I hate saying this because I think the entire thing is set up from the start by these CIA fucks. But I never saw him say, when that one white kid was running around shooting a fucking protester, he shot a protester. He didn't say then, gee, where are the fucking police? We need more National Guard on the street. But all of a sudden, now 2 of his supporters, Trump supporters, 2 of these inbred fucks got shot. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Again, let me keep in mind, no reason to ever shoot anyone. Very, very horrible. These protesters protesting the choking of a black man who was being choked to death. That's what begun this. The protesters, the Black Lives Matters, didn't begin this. A man was choked to death. The guy still has not been tried. Other killers of other people, Eric Garner, and a white person, a white man, Kelly Thomas, that those people, all of their murderers were let go. We did not hold them accountable or hold them responsible for what they did. But with that being said, it is very sad that these 2 people died. That Antifa, and I don't think it was Antifa. Antifa takes attention for shit they don't do, because let's face it, they're basically attention whores, much like a lot of your right-wing people, such as Trump. But with that being said, someone shot them, and it comes down to, or it came out bottom line to being, we need National Guard on the street. We need military on the street. Now I'm telling you, is you have never listened to me before, and you never fucking will. Once you get these military on the street, they will never leave. This is a fucking planned takeover of American society. They're bringing back the fucking SS. This is the same damn thing Hitler did. They're finding anything they can to find to duplicate the burning of the Reichstag in Germany. This is their next chance to fucking form a police state, a fascist police state. I don't like a lot of Democrats, and a lot of the people on the left don't like me and I don't like them. A lot of feminists and other people, but they were right. I hate saying it, and they don't know how to say it without pissing everyone off. But Trump really is a fascist. He's trying to fucking duplicate what Hitler did in Germany with the Reichstag. If you get these military people on the street, you're never going to get them off the street. He's afraid he's going to lose the fucking election. He already fucked up their rose garden. It looks like shit. There's nothing left. He's doing this so he can put them on the street. You won't have a fucking election, and then you're going to have a police state. This is a creation of martial law. Stop fucking playing partisan politics. Stop playing these bullshit Vampire Masquerade, I'm a Nazi games. You're not a Nazi. They're Nazis. And if you don't wake the fuck up, they're going to kill you. This is bad shit. Wake up. P666.